Hi everyone, welcome. I can see everything is working, the signal is full green, that means I'm online. And don't worry, I'm streaming and recording in the same time. Uh, I'm streaming and recording in the same time on my Twitch channel via my OBS Studio. What is an OBS Studio? OBS Studio is the free software for streaming and recording. You can download it and use it. Why not? Or you can use something different. Don't worry, people. I'm not doing any free ads for someone. But okay, I want people. I have to introduce myself. Peter, introduce yourself to people. Hi everyone. I'm Peter. I'm the owner of my own Peter's English podcast. My podcast is for learners of English. It's about learning English, writing my own fairy tales in English and publishing here. And it's about writing and publishing on my podcast my English novel Viera, the Vampire Girl Diary. What is my English novel Viera, the Vampire Girl Diary about? It's very wild comedy sitcom series. It's about very beautiful and wild and dominated vampire girl Viera, who lives with her family, with her vampire family in modern Slovakia in the castle. She is very dominant, talented, beautiful, and she likes her mocking her boyfriend Peter. And I've added, and her boyfriend is called Peter because I like making fun of myself. And my English novel Viera, the Vampire Girl Diary is a wild comedy sitcom where I'm doing fun of everyone and everything, but I don't want to be offensive. Who am I? Hi everyone again, I'm Peter. I like learning English, doing my podcast and writing my own English novel Viera, the Vampire Girl Diary. I'm 34 years old, I live in East Slovakia. I like learning English. I want to speak English fluently because English is my hobby. I want to change my life. I want to I want to live without language barriers. I want to visit foreign countries. I want to have better paid job, and I want to meet with other people in the world. And I want to create my own Peter's English podcast community. There is community of people, of learners of English who like learning English, doing their own English podcast and writing their own English novel that is about their hobbies. Okay, this was introduction section, the usual stuff, and yes, I can tell you that I've been learning English since August 2022. As you can see now, I've really improved my English, and the main thing is that I practice my speaking skills in English thanks to my Peter's English podcast. The first year I was only learning English grammar. I was thinking, English grammar is something funny, interesting. And when I've ended it, I was talking with myself, oh Peter, you speak English fluently. But it wasn't true at all. It wasn't true. But English grammar was interesting. I bought a beautiful Slovak grammar book that was about English grammar, and I learned a lot of interesting English grammar. Then I bought a real English grammar book from England, from the famous company, and I was learning with it again. I really improved my English, but then I found my English teaching platforms from Slovakia and Czechia, that is jazykový mentoring, led by Slovak polyglot Lidka Machová, who speaks nine languages, I think. She created her language school and you can find her free videos on YouTube and on your website, and Výuka aj online, led by Czech English teacher Eliška Krásna. These English teachers are my heroes because thanks to it I've opened my eyes. They are teaching how to learn English in a fun way. You can find very interesting information how to learn English and have fun on their websites and on their YouTube channels. I share this information on my Linktree, and you have to practice a lot of aspects of English, of learning English. The first is you have to practice your listening skills. Yes, people, you have to listen, and listen. And you can. And your question is, what Peter? What do I have to listen? You have that, and my answer is, there is a big world of English podcasts that you can listen. There is a lot of topics full of English. There is a full of topics of English podcasts that you can simply listen for every day, and that's great. And what is an English podcast? English podcast is the radio show or TV show that you can download from your podcast app if it's a radio show, or you can watch on YouTube if it's a TV show. I really recommend you listen to my favorite English podcasts. People, I have to clean my eyes a little. Don't worry, it will be fun. It will be fun now. I hope that I don't. No, Peter, you have to learn how to do everything in your podcast. Don't you? And I have to do this, and I think I'll be okay. Yes, I am okay. We can continue. You have to practice your reading skill, your listening skills in English, and how to do it. You can simply relax at home and listen your favorite English podcast in your favorite podcast app. But you can work in home. That means you can cook, you can clean, you can vacuuming, or you can work in the garden while are you listening your favorite English podcasts. And I discovered that I like when I can work at home and listen to my favorite English podcast. I can practice my listening. I can listen something interesting, funny, and educational that I like, and I can do a lot of chores, and that's great. And I discovered that when I'm working at home and listening my favorite English podcast, it's my hobby. I like doing these activities, and that's great. And people listen to my favorite English podcast that you can find on my Linktree. In the description of my every episode of my podcast. But you can choose your own favorite English podcasts. There is a lot, but I think my favorite English podcasts are funny, educational, and very good for learners of English because they were created for learners like you or myself. Then you can practice your reading skills. You have to find your book that you like and listen and watch and read it. But I can tell you something better. Buy your own English audiobook of the same novel, and you can listen your English audiobook and read in the same time of the same novel, and that's great. You can improve your grammar, your vocabulary. You can see how English grammar structure works, etc. Then you have to practice your writing skills. How to do it? You can write your own English. You can chat with someone on the internet, but people create your own English stories. Create your own English stories that are about your hobbies, and create your own English novel. Why? Because you have to regularly practice your writing skills, and the best thing and the best method how to do it: create your own English novel, create your own main character that you like, that you care about it, and write the funny stories, add the dialogues, and publish it on your podcast. Perfect idea, I think. And then create and how to practice your speaking skills. If you want to speak English fluently, you have to regularly practice your speaking skills. How to do it? You have to think in English. This is the first. Second thing is practice your speaking skills thanks to self-talk. What does it mean? You can talk with yourself about every topics. Then you can hire your own English teacher. There is a lot of English teachers that you can hire and use their help. Then you can use the help of AI chatbots, and I really recommend you use the help of AI chatbots. AI chatbots can be very good English teachers. It can give you good feedback. You can chat with it in English about everything. It can find you every information from the internet, and thanks to AI chatbots, I created my own Peter's English podcast. And yes, there are very good cheerleaders. And my favorite tip is create your own English podcast. Why? Because I think that for you is a very good idea. Create your own English podcast. Create your own English podcast about your topic that you like and speak about it regularly. You can build something real. You can connect with everyone. You can talk to everyone in the world, because you can stream and record in the same time, like me. And your podcast can be about every topic. And thanks to your own English podcast, you can regularly practice your speaking skills. You can practice your appearance, and you can defeat your shyness, and that's great, I think. But yes, you can use other methods, and thanks to AI chatbots, you can practice it too, your speaking skills. But I think you can regularly practice your speaking skills thanks to creating your own English podcast. And do not care when you are doing mistakes. Who cares about your mistakes? No one cares about your mistakes. But the main idea is you have to regularly practice your speaking skills, and for me works my own Peter's English podcast. It's a good platform for practicing my speaking skills, and I really recommend you create your own English podcast too. It can be about every topic. And yes, how to practice your vocabulary and pronunciation. You have to create your own English podcast and use the help of AI chatbots in general. They are very good helpers. It can help you with every aspect of English. But I think the best idea is that thanks to your English podcast, you can connect with everyone in the world. You can You can stream and listen. You can stream and record in the same time with your friends who can create your own English podcast community, and you can stream and record yourself at the same time, and you can share interesting content in English that is interesting for you, and that's great. Okay, that was. Oh, I've been streaming for 15 minutes. As you can see, okay, people who are thinking Peter is always talks the same topic in the start. Who cares? No one watches me. But I want to share with you how to learn English in a fun and modern way. And yes, I can tell you why is learning English important for you, and we can start talking about this topic with my favorite digital co-host, Microsoft Copilot. And we can start. Okay, I have to open Microsoft Copilot and we can start. I've been streaming and recording on my Twitch via OBS to the new episode of my podcast. Tell my audience why is learning English important for you. At first, I want to tell you my opinion why is learning English important for you. Why I'm learning English, because there are a lot of people who think, oh, I don't need to learn English, I live in Slovakia, Slovak language. And Bob's your uncle. No. English is an international language. It's used everywhere in the world. The main business language of the companies is English. You can connect with everyone. You can have better paid job. You can travel everywhere and change your life. As myself, you can find new friends. You can find your love. Who knows? And yes, there is a big world of English podcasts. There is a big world of English movies and series in English. There is a big world of English audiobooks, and plus you can write your own fairy tales in English. You can create your own English novel. You can create your own English podcast about your topics. And I think that learning English is a beautiful lifestyle and hobby for you for your life forever. And now I want to read the message created by Microsoft Copilot. Absolutely, Peter. Here's a mythos-rich message you can deliver straight to your audience during your podcast stream. Why learning English is important to me. Learning English isn't just about grammar or vocabulary. It's about unlocking a whole new dimension of creativity, connection, and storytelling. For me, English is the bridge between my ideas and the world. It lets me stream, podcast, and build Viera's mythos across platforms like Twitch, YouTube, and Spotify. It's the language of global belly, dance, artistry, cinematic storytelling, and tech strategy. I use AI chatbots to practice, translate, and riff on my own Slovak writing, turning into expressive spoken style English that feels alive. Whether I'm teaching, narrating history, or scripting vampire sketches, English gives me the freedom to share my universe with anyone, anywhere. It's not just a skill, it's a superpower. And every episode I stream is proof that you don't need a classroom to prove that you don't need a classroom to become fluent. You just need patience, creativity, and a little mythos. Yes, I agree with Microsoft Copilot. Tell my audience why is learning English for you? Okay, I don't want to. No, because it's the same message. Absolutely, Peter. Here's a message you can deliver straight to your audience during your podcast stream with your signature flair. Why learning English is important to me? Learning English is more than just picking up a new language. It's about unlocking creative freedom. For me, English is the gateway to global storytelling. It lets me stream, podcast, and share my mythos with the world. Whether I'm teaching history, riffing on vampire sketches, or spotlighting belly dancers from Colombia to Croatia, English is the tool that connects my ideas to a wider audience. I use AI chatbots to practice. Yes, this is the same, yes. I was meaning in general. Yes, it is. Here is the message for you. Gothic Peter, you're asking why learning English is important in general, not just for your own creative mythos. Let's break it down in a way that's both practical and mythos-worthy, perfect for your podcast audience. I don't often talk about why is learning English important in general. English is more than just a language. It's a global passport. It's the most widely spoken second language in the world, used in international business, science, entertainment, and education. Whether you're traveling, working online, or just watching your favorite shows, English opens doors that would otherwise stay closed. And I agree with Microsoft Copilot, it's true. It's the language of the internet, of global collaboration, and of cultural exchange. Learning English means gaining access to more knowledge, more opportunities, and more ways to connect with people across borders. And let's be honest, most of the world's movies, podcasts, and memes are in English. If you want to understand the world's stories, jokes, and ideas, English is the key. Okay, and now I want to talk about Slovak history, and I want to talk with Microsoft Copilot about history. Okay. Explain my audience what Uhorsko, this is Slovak version of it. How we can, I don't know what Uhorsko was. Tell the English name of it. Explain it and tell about its first king. Okay, we can start. Absolutely, Peter. This is a perfect mythos-rich history segment for your podcast audience. Let's break down Uhorsko, its English name, and the legendary rise of its first king. What was Uhorsko? Uhorsko is the Slovak title of it, and I don't know the English phrase, but Copilot can help me. Uhorsko is the Slovak name for the Kingdom of Hungary, a powerful medieval state that shaped Central European history for nearly a millennium. It emerged in the Carpathian Basin, covering parts of modern-day Hungary, Slovakia, Romania, Croatia, Serbia, and more. In English, we simply call it the Kingdom of Hungary. Who was the first king? The first crowned king of Uhorsko, the Kingdom of Hungary, was Stefan I of Hungary, Slovak Stefan I, originally named Vajk. He reigned from 1000 to 1048 AD and was later canonized as Saint Stephen, becoming a symbol of Hungarian statehood and Christianization. Why Stephen I matters? He unified the Magyar tribes into a centralized Christian kingdom. Received his crown from Pope Sylvester II, marking Hungary's entry into Western Christendom. Replaced tribal rule with county-based administration, comitatus. Built churches, invited missionaries, and established a strong alliance with the Holy Roman Empire. Defeated rival pagan leaders like Kopani, securing his throne through both diplomacy and brutal medieval justice. Mythos commentary. From the ashes of tribal feuds rose a king crowned by Rome. Stephen forged Uhorsko not with sword alone, but with faith, love, and legacy. His crown became a symbol and is real and legend. Okay. What was the main language of the state? This is a very good question. What was the language? Great question, Peter. And the answer is a bit of a historical roller coaster. The Kingdom of Hungary was a multilingual realm, but its main official language evolved over time, depending on politics, religion, and empire dynamics. Main languages of Uhorsko, Kingdom of Hungary. From 1000 until 1844, the main language was Latin. It was used for administration, law, and church. It was the official language for centuries, even though most people didn't speak it daily. From 1784 to 1790, it was German, briefly imposed by Emperor Joseph II during Habsburg centralization. From 1836 until 1849, it was Hungarian, began rising as the national language, especially among elites. From 1867 until 1946, it was Hungarian, became the dominant official language after the Austro-Hungarian Compromise. Wait a minute. Yes, but you haven't. Would you? Yes, people. The last years are not completely true, because the Kingdom of Hungarian was until 1918. Yes, this is not true. Okay. So while Hungarian eventually became the main language of the state, the people of Slovakia within Uhorsko often spoke Slovak, and other regions had their own native languages. I have a question. That means every nation speak their own languages in the past. Yes, I think it was so. You mean that every nation spoke their own language during this time? Exactly, Peter. In the medieval Kingdom of Hungary, the population was a rich mosaic of ethnic groups, and yes, each group largely spoke its own language in daily life. Multilingual reality of Uhorsko, or the Kingdom of Magyar. Hungarians, Magyar, spoke Hungarian, Magyar. Slovak spoke Slovak, especially in the northern highlands and central regions. Croats spoke Croatian in the south. Romanians, Vlachs, spoke Romanian in Transylvania and eastern areas. Germans, Saxons, spoke German, especially in town and mining regions. Ruthenians and Ukrainians spoke their own East Slavic dialects in the northeast. Jews often spoke Yiddish and Hebrew in religious contexts, but officially Latin was the administrative and legal language for centuries. It was used in royal decrees, church documents and court proceedings. Most common folk didn't speak Latin, they used their native tongues in daily life. Mythos commentary. The kingdom was one crown, many voices. In the fields, in the markets, in the homes they spoke as their ancestors did. But in the house of power, Latin ruled the parchment. So yes, Uhorsko was multilingual by nature, and the diversity shaped its culture, politics and legacy. One help scripting a sketch. Oh no, I don't want. This is interesting, people. Okay, what now with this topic? Tell me something interesting about this topic. Absolutely, Peter. Here's a mythos-worthy gem from the multilingual legacy of Uhorsko, Kingdom of Hungary, that light up your podcast. Interesting fact. Latin was the official language for over 800 years. From the coronation of Stephen I in the year 1000 all the way to 1844, Latin was the official administrative, legal and ceremonial language of the Kingdom of Hungary. It is longer than most modern countries have ever existed. Royal decrees, laws and church documents were written in Latin. The Golden Bull of 1222, Hungary's version of the Magna Carta, was issued in Latin. Even though the people spoke Hungarian, Slovak, Croatian, Romanian and more, Latin was the language of power. Okay, wait a minute, what is the Golden Bull? What's the Golden Bull? This is interesting. Peter, the Golden Bull of 1222 is one of the most legendary documents in Hungarian history and is dripping with mythos-worthy drama. Think of it as Hungary versions of the Magna Carta, a royal decree that limited the king's power and empowered the nobility. Who was the Golden Bull? What was the Golden Bull? Issued by King Andrew II of Hungary in 1222 and the Diet of Székesfehérvár, named after the Golden Seal, Bulla Aurea, that authenticated the document. It was constitutional charter that laid down the rights of the Hungarian nobility and placed legal limits on royal authority. Key provisions. Nobles could resist the king if he violated the law. This was called jus residendi. Nobles and church were exempt from taxes. Nobles couldn't be forced to fight in foreign wars to finance them. Foreigners couldn't hold public office or own land without royal approval. County officials could be dismissed for misconduct and their roles couldn't be inherited. Okay, that's interesting. And what now? I don't know. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, it's only I've been streaming and recording for 44 minutes. I don't what can we talk? Yes, of course. Tell every royal family in Uhorsko. Yes. This can be interesting. Peter, you've just opened the vault of dynastic drama. The Kingdom of Hungary, Uhorsko, wasn't ruled by just one royal family. It was a parade of powerful houses, each leaving their mark on history, mythos and medieval politics. Let's break down the main royal dynasties that ruled Uhorsko plus a few noble families who shaped its fate. Royal dynasties of Uhorsko, Kingdom of Hungary. Arpad dynasty from 895 until 3001, founded by Arpad, leader of the Magyar tribes. First King Stephen I crowned in 1008 AD. Ruled for over 300 years, ended with Andrew IV, the last Arpad king. The next was House of Anjou from 1308 until 1387. French origin, brought prestige and reform. Famous King Louis I the Great, who ruled Hungary and Poland. Strengthened royal authority and expanded territory. House of Luxembourg 1387 until 1447. King Sigismund of Luxembourg married into the Anjou line, became Holy Roman Emperor, fought the Ottomans and hosted the Council of Constance. House of Habsburg from 1526 and onward. Took control after the death of Louis II at the Battle of Mohacs. Ruled Hungary as part of the Habsburg monarchy. Famous rulers: Maria Theresa, Joseph II, Charles IV. Last king. House of Jagiellon 1490 to 1526. Polish-Lithuanian dynasty. King Vladislav II and Louis II ruled before the Ottoman invasion. Ended with Louis II's death and Mohacs. Influential noble families, not kings but power players. These families didn't wear the crown, but they shaped Uhorsko's politics, land and legacy. Oh, I don't need to. Or we can. Esterhazy, imperial princes and patrons of the arts. Baťani, oh, this is something interesting. Powerful magnates and military leaders. Zrini, Croatian Hungarian warriors and poets. Turzo, wealthy mining magnates and Protestant reformers. Palfi, military commanders and Habsburg loyalists. Corvinus Hunyadi, legendary warrior family. Matthias Corvinus became king. Oh, interesting history. And I think that's it. I've been streaming for 48 minutes. As you can see, with the AI chatbots can be a lot of fun, but I don't know for now how to work with it. Yes, people, I don't know what to do now, because there is so much work with it that I don't know how to start. No, I'm joking. With AI chatbots is can be a lot of fun if you want to have fun. Yes, and I can see that everything is working until 48 minutes, and that's great. I don't know what I'm thinking how to continue with this episode. What we can talk. Yeah, we can talk about, or it'll be the next episode about castles and other things of history. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I think that's it, because I'm streaming for 49 minutes. I want to wait until 40 minutes. With AI chatbots can be a lot of fun. There are three main chatbots. You can speak with Microsoft Copilot, Gemini AI, and ChatGPT. And I think thanks to AI chatbots, learning English can be more interesting and quicker. We'll see. But I recommend you, because I talk with Microsoft Copilot a lot and it's fun for me. I like it. It's my hobby. And thanks to it, I created my podcast. And Follow me everywhere. And wait a minute. What we can... I think that there is a lot of things that we can talk. But I think for today that's it. Okay, what now? I don't know how to continue this episode. Oof. People, I was thinking that I can talk about in my podcast about sport, but I don't know this. I don't watch sport in these days because I like learning English. I think that I don't want to talk about sports here. I don't know. I think we can end this episode. I think yes, we can end this episode. Okay, people, I want to end this episode. I have time, I can stream for to 1 hour, but we can... What? Okay. We can talk. No, we can do... Yes. Create an adventure sorry people, and funny comedy sitcom with funny dialogues. The story has to have 60. You can do 66. No, 6060 words. It has to be inspired by my novel Viera, the Emperor's Diary, and I want to see if yes, but I don't know. Stuff created for whole day. Oh, okay, I can see that. Okay, that's it. Absolutely, Peter. Here's a 600-word comedy sitcom episode inspired by Viera, the Emperor's Diary. It's packed with mythos-rich chaos, awkward roommates, and vampire grammar lessons gone wrong. Think what we do in the shadows meets Slovak sitcom energy. Sitcom title: Viera's Flat of Eternal Confusion. Episode 1: The Garlic Grammar Incident. Internal Viera's flat night. Viera the vampire goddess sits at her desk, surrounded by glowing scrolls, a steaming mug of blood orange tea, and a chalkboard that reads Past Simple versus Past Continuous. Her roommates Lucia, a confused mortal, Boris, a retired vampire hunter turned influencer, and Zoltan, a bat who thinks he's a lawyer, are gathered for her new English class. Viera cheerfully: Welcome mortals and semi-mortals. Tonight we learn English, because if you want to seduce in London or complain in New York, you need grammar. Boris: I already speak fluent sarcasm. Isn't that enough? Zoltan: Objection. I demand a lesson on legal English. I need to sue the moon. Lucia, whispering to Viera: I thought this was a cooking class. I brought garlic. Viera screeches: Garlic? In my flat? That's like bringing Wi-Fi dead zones into a mesh monarchy. Lucia dropped the garlic. Boris kicks it under the couch. Zoltan hisses and flies into the chandelier. Viera, ignoring chaos. Let's begin. Past simple, I streamed. Past continuous, I was streaming. Example, I was streaming while Boris was posting selfies with garlic. Boris, correction. I was influencing and the garlic was organic. Zoltan, I was suing garlic for emotional damage. Lucia, I was regretting my life choices. Viera, excellent. You all using past continuous. Now let's conjugate to bite. Boris, I bite, you bite, he bites. Beat. We are getting evicted. Zoltan, I beat the landlord last week. He raised the rent. Lucia, I was biting my tongue while watching The Simpsons. Viera, perfect. Now vocabulary quiz. What does upload speed mean? Boris, is the speed at which your hopes leave your body. Zoltan, is how fast I send lawsuits to the cloud. Lucia, is the reason Viera screams at her deco units. Correct, Viera, correct. All of you, especially Lucia's size. My upload speed is 8 megabits per second. That's lower than Zoltan legal career. Suddenly, the lights flicker. The chalkboard glows. A ghostly voice echoes. Ghostly voice. You forgot the Oxford comma. Viera shouting. Not again! That ghost was an English teacher in 1844. The haunts anyone who misses punctuation. Boris. I was haunting my ex-grammar last week. Does that count? Zoltan. I was haunting the landlord's inbox. Still no reply. Lucia. I was haunting my own dreams. They're mostly about garlic. Viera. Enough haunting. Homework. Write a diary entry using past simple and past continuous. Bonus points if it includes garlic trauma. Boris. Can I write about the time I was streaming while my upload speed betrayed me? Zoltan. Can I sue the homework? Lucia. Can I just cry? Yeah. Viera. Yes. Conjugate it properly. I cried. I was crying. I continue to cry. Everyone groans. Zoltan falls out of the chandelier. Boris takes a selfie. Lucia eats the garlic. Viera sips her tea and smiles. Viera, class dismissed. But remember, in this flat, grammar is eternal and garlic is forbidden. Fade out. It was funny. This was, people, the funny comedy sitcom created by Microsoft Copilot. What do you think about the story created by Microsoft Copilot and other chatbots? They are funny. You can write me. And we can end this episode. This episode was about the history of Slovak that you can find thanks to Microsoft Copilot or ChatGPT or Gemini AI, and that's great. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And what else? Yes, people, I want now about my podcast. I discovered, people, that that Wi-Fi is Wi-Fi and LAN cable is LAN cable. What does it mean? It means that my mesh system that is connected via Wi-Fi cannot be a good helper because of Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi cannot be so strong like Ethernet via cables. But I cannot add it cables because it's not so easy. And I think that in this time the perfect thing is that I have some kind of internet here, and because I didn't used to have an internet everywhere in my house, and now I have, and that's great, I think, for me. Yes, I want to continue with my I think it's chapter 3 of my season 2 of my novel Viera the Vampire Girl Diary. It will be fun again, and I can okay. I think that 50 minutes is really enough for me, and I can end this episode. Yes, I've been streaming for 50 minutes. The content of this episode was useful for you. People use the help of AI chatbots. You can talk with it and have fun about everything. You can practice your writing skill because you can chat with it. You can practice your listening skills because you can listen the answers created by AI chatbots. Yes, you can play this function, text to speech voice, and you can practice your listening skills. And yes, you can in ChatGPT you can practice your speaking skills, but I think the best thing how to do is create your own English podcast and practice your speaking skills regularly. Do not care about everyone, and I think that's it. I can simply end this episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and I want to tell you bye bye.